In this episode, we will be repairing and restoring two Xbox 360 limited edition controllers. The first controller is a Halo 3 limited edition controller, and the second is a gold C3PO controller that came bundled with the Star Wars Xbox 360 console and Kinect. The Halo 3 controller is the worst condition out of the two. The controller is covered in dirt and grime all around it, and the thumbsticks have been completely worn away. The C3PO controller, while not in the worst condition, has the same worn thumbsticks and grime built up around the controller. So now we know what the issues are, let's begin the restoration. We first focus our attention on the Halo 3 Xbox 360 controller. We flip the controller around, which reveals two visible screws at the top and four inside the screw holes. There is a hidden screw underneath this barcode. To remove the barcode without ripping it, we first apply some IPA on a cotton bud and dab it on the barcode. We leave it for a few seconds, which then loosens the glue and allows us to slowly remove it using fine tweezers. Once that's done, we can then unscrew the 7 T8 screws. So with all the screws now removed, we can now use a pick to go around the controller to separate the two shells. Once that's done, we can now remove the back shell, which gives us our first look inside the Xbox 360 controller. And it is very dirty. And the back shell is extremely dirty too. So let's tear down the controller further. First, let's remove the two rumble motors, which are connected to the main board. So with that done, we can now lift the main board and proceed by removing the rubber contacts and the buttons. Next, we remove the bumper assembly. So to remove the D-pad, we first need to remove the two screws that hold the D-pad and the bracket together. Once we remove the screws, we can then proceed by removing the D-pad by holding in the two clips, which allows us to pop off the D-pad. And finally, we'll remove the two option buttons. So with everything now disassembled, we can clearly see how dirty each part is. So the best thing for this is to give each part a well-deserved clean in some hot soapy water. One by one, I give all the parts a good scrub, removing all the dirt and grime built up over the years. And because all the parts were so dirty, I had to rewash all the parts again until all the dirt was removed. And with all the parts now clean, I leave them to dry for around 24 hours. We'll come back to these in a bit. So let's now move on to the main board, and as you can see, it is very dirty and needs a good clean. Using IPA and a cotton bud, I clean all the areas around the board, the contacts, the joysticks, all the ports, and the shoulder buttons. It took multiple attempts to remove all the dirt and grime built up around the board and all the contacts. So with the board now fully clean, we now focus our attention on replacing the thumbsticks. Luckily, I have a small bag of spare replacement thumbsticks. Compared to the original and broken thumbsticks, these brand new thumbsticks are clean and ready to be attached to the joystick. So the shelves, buttons and the main board all clean and ready, it is now time to reassemble the Halo 3 controller. Now with the Halo 3 controller fully reassembled, let's now focus our attention on the C3PO Xbox 360 controller, which has some dirt and grime built up around the controller. The X key is also a little bit sticky, so we'll need to fix that too. And the thumbsticks have seen better days, so we'll need to replace them too. Now this controller doesn't require the same deep clean like the Halo 3 controller, so I'll be using IPA, a brush and cotton bud to remove all the grime. So let's begin by tearing down the controller. And with all the screws now removed, we can now separate the faceplate from the back shell. This will give us our first look inside a newer revision of the Xbox 360 controller. And as you can see, it's pretty grimy around the edges of the controller. So with everything now clean, let's reassemble the controller. Reapplying the sticker took multiple attempts, but finally I was able to get it back on properly. As you can see right here. And here they are, two fully cleaned limited edition Xbox 360 controllers, and they are looking fantastic. All the dirt and grime has all been removed, and the broken thumbsticks on both controllers now replaced with fresh brand new ones. So let's play some games to test the controllers. The first game is an Xbox original classic, Star Wars Battlefront 2. And for the C-3PO controller I tested Tomb Raider. And both controllers work really well and are responsive. So with all that done, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And until next time, bye for now.